dun 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 dun. Da, da, da. I'm drinking some Friday coffee. Dun 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 da 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 dum. Dum da dum da 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 dum. Dum da dum da 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 da. Dum da 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 dum 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 dum. Sorry, I'm in a something mood. So here I am. Here I am alone in a hangout. Singing for you now in a hangout. This is just a random impromptu Friday night hangout. All by myself. It happens. How is everybody? So this is Google Plus. This is YouTube. It's been a while. I've been a little busy, but I want to get back to the hangout, swing of things, here and there and here, or other formats. In any moment now, I randomly ask my journals, you know what I'm saying? No, because I'm mumbling. Every day I'm mumbling. So as you're watching, I'm going to check my notifications. The Dan McDermott, Ellen Furstenberg, Pam Magic, Cadeas, Michael Ellis Google Plus Weekly Show is just ending. Hello! Someone responded. Jason Lee responded to the invite. My guess is, it's weird it didn't say what his response was to the invite. Now when you start hanging on air, there's an invite response. Not now, it's been there for like years. Jason Lee responded and he said, what did he say? Did he not say yes or no? What's the deal with that? Well, so I can go and now view everyone out there. Ronnie Bodie, he viewed the invite. Marsha Reed, she did. Shafali Burns, Tony Fleming, Joseph Puglisi, Brandon Titus, Desmond Chow, Daryl Barnes, Max Weinstein, hello, not of the Max Weinstein 7. Frank Garufi Jr., hey, he's in Jersey. Boris in New York as well. Hey, buddies! Jamie Richard, he's a Googler. Did I freeze? Link Williams. Let's see here. Jamie Richard, where was I? Said that already. What are you losing it? It's Friday. Link Williams. I'm reading names. If you're just joining me, of people that view the invitation: Stephanie Rojas, Anthony Alcaro, Zia Al Khalil. Congratulations. You got married at some point since we last met. Saw each other. Charlie Shea, Nick Beanham, who is married to Amy Gabriel. Peter G. McDermott saw, and Amy Gabriel saw, and Derek Ross, and Heather Faye, and Tim Clary, and yet none of them joined me. I am so disappointed. It's Friday night. It's late, but it's Friday, and it's the holiday season. Secret Santa. People are getting gifts. I got a few. I'm going to get some more when I get some more dinero. You know what they say? I got a great gift from Amanda Rochelle Warren. She got me a coffee mug, which I have yet to use, but I opened a Tank Up coffee mug, which there are pictures on my profile, which is the mug that says full and empty, which is cool, you know? So thank you, Amanda, for that. And I got a great holiday card from Nataza Belize. Let it snow, don't let it snow anymore. That's the card. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. And there's the card is cool now. She said, warm holiday wishes to you. I hope the season brings family time. Ta-da! Who needs sound effects, Google? Food porn. Nom, 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 nom. And fun. Sweet. Thanks, Natasha. What a holiday season it's been so far. Dun, 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 dun. So November's over. I got rid of some of this. It's growing back. And I'm keeping it. What do you think? I thought about shaving, full-on shaving, but I look so weird. Even though I was like that normally. How many years? So Google Plus, because nobody ever talks about Google Plus on Google Plus. Some new changes. The reshare looks different. There's a new Hangout app for Android, which is coming into desktop. If you type "Happy Birthday," there's a gift cake. If you type "Woot," WO2, there's an exciting Hey Cliff Roth, there you are. I decided to go live. I had a regular Hangout, but nobody joined. Sad alone Hangout. So we're live, just to be live. Cliff is using a toolbox. Hey, Cliff. Long time no hear or see. Cliff Roth is dark. There he is. He's got a hat on. Hat trick Cliff Roth. Cliff is a man of many words. He's still figuring it out. Are you gonna draw for us? You're like, I haven't hung out in like a year and a million. I haven't hung out in a long time either, so I cannot hear you. Maybe it's because my headphones suck. Oh, now I can hear you.
Right.
Yeah, it was my headphones, I guess. Sorry.
No, it was my settings.
All right. Hey, man, it's Friday. I should be sleeping or tired, but fuck it. Good. So it seems like yesterday I was gonna hang out on air randomly with you while you're opening Secret Santa gifts. Remember that? You had a Santa hat on. You had like the. Now I can't hear you anymore. What's the deal with that? Well, I cannot hear you. I don't know why. I was hearing you fine before. Very bizarre. Let me test my sound myself. For all you viewers at home, what's exciting? Let me play a YouTube video and find one. There should be a sound test. That would be nice. I'll have to find out. Yep, I can hear the YouTube video. All right.
No,
I hear
switched
you.
my microphone again. Can you hear me now?
Now I hear you.
Yeah, it's weird. It switched my microphone again from my built-in one to a default, which apparently doesn't work at all. That's
I
weird.
don't like you, yo. It says,
You no more.
I don't like you. You be long gone too long, and you be long too long gone.
Yes.
Something like that.
So yeah, it was like what 3 years ago that hangout you're referring to.
Maybe. Was it the first Secret Santa?
Yeah, that would have been 3 years ago, 2011.
Oh, yeah, in the year 2000, Ocean's 11. That was a long time ago.
Yes, because I remember you had got me a bunch of paintbrushes.
Did those ever get used?
They did actually, just the other day. Hold on a second.
Oh, cool. I feel like I'm almost indirectly, half-directly
Whoa, things flying all over.
responsible for art. You made comics?
Just like the other day with it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yes, I have been using your paintbrushes.
Well, they're actually your paintbrushes, but
Well,
yes.
I mean, your gift, I should say.
That's awesome. So is that how many paintings have you made? Like a handful?
That would be like number 4.
Hey, 4 in 3 years, not too bad. You're
Very
averaging.
rare that I take out the. Actually,
Looks like you have paint all over your hat or something.
well, actually, no. This is from I was at the Barbecue this year, which is where I bought it. So it has, from Guar stuff, spew.
Oh, cool.
But I
Did you? Is it called Barbecue? Is that what it's called?
That was called the Barbecue. But yeah, I painted this ornament with those paintbrushes.
That ornament is even cooler than the first thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. How long did that take?
Actually, I got a couple ornaments that are painted, but this is one of them.
Paint and.
Well, at hand. So yeah, you bought the paintbrushes, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the paint that was used was bought by Daria, if I remember correctly.
Oh, there you go.
It was very G+ painting session.
Very plussy.
Very plussy.
I went into McDermott's show, but it was ending, and I was like, yeah, I don't really want to end with it.
Yeah, I had logged in, but when I had started listening to him, I'm like, I don't have anything to add to any of those particular topics.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't. I've been working at Tech Times, this .com. Been doing their social for about 2 months, and it's been good. Took a while.
Are you no longer doing the other thing?
So HuffPost ended for me around end of May, and then I was looking for a new gig interviewing places.
I was not aware of that.
Place. That's all right.
I am so far out of the loop.
You had a kid, didn't you? So that's all right.
Yeah. When you guys were hurling last year, I was having a baby. Well, my wife was having a baby.
Oh, so your new baby is already a year old?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I couldn't attend the hurl, was because she was having the baby.
Wow. Well, actually, that hurl that we had a year ago was sadly poorly attended. I would say the biggest event was the photo walk, and that was like 10 of us, maybe.
Wow.
So it's all right.
What a
I mean,
difference from February of 2012, eh?
but even the summer one that we
And then
had
the summer one,
was pretty good.
yeah, the summer one was what? That was 2013, right? I believe.
Actually, that was what's funny. Literally, I had the summer one only months after the winter one. I don't know how the hell I did
Wait,
that.
was it the same year?
Yeah, 2012. It was literally February we had the winter one, and then August we had the summer one.
Oh, I thought the summer one was a year later. I thought it was
That
the
would
same year.
that would make sense, but no, it wasn't. Yeah, it's pretty weird. I don't know how I was able to plan two. People wanted more. I planned two hurls in a matter of a couple of months. So
Yeah, yeah.
so,
I don't know why I was remembering it being a year later. I don't know. My brain's shot.
yeah, no, it
It
was
all kind of
because
blends together.
what?
I said the whole thing all blends together. I don't know when.
Oh yeah, it blends together. But that's why posts help remind me what days and all that. But
Yes.
every time I type, you could just type New York City Hurl and you'll see the dates. They'll
Oh, yeah.
pop up.
Yeah, of course. It couldn't have been 2013. My wife would have been very pregnant at the time.
Yeah, 2013 was the third one. Yeah, I mean, so it's not that long. It seems a long time ago, but
You know why? You know why? It's because my brain is skipping the fact that it was this. You didn't have one this year. That's why. Threw me all off. So
yeah, I didn't have any in 2014 because the 2013 one was the end of October, and I started HuffPost in November right after it.
Right.
And then I was working my butt off till about the end of May. Then I was looking for the new job for a couple of months all summer, and then I started this one. So that's basically what it was. Since that last hurl, I've been full timing. So for the most part, a little break in between. But
So
I don't know, I could have been at what?
Is there anybody actually watching this?
There was like 2 viewers. Maybe one of them was you. Now there's 0 viewers.
Nice.
But the thing is, this is what's weird, Cliff, is that
Where's my lower third? I thought I had one.
I'm Rappaport. This is Cliff Roth. If anyone's watching it,
Yo, hello.
whoa, if they catch us at a later date. But the thing that I find strange is that I did a public hangout. Maybe that's why, but nobody came in.
Wow, I haven't done a public hangout in years, literally.
Yeah, me neither. So no one, not even one person showed
I
up.
can't even find one these days. I don't even know.
You don't. You don't. I don't. I mean, you have to go to Hangouts. I guess the Hangout thing.
Oh yeah, that's one of those things on the left, isn't it?
One of those options. But so then I was like, all right, let me go live. And
I almost never go to that left menu bar.
Me neither. Actually, well, I go for photos or profile sometimes.
Yeah. There's that.
Steph Wanamaker said, have fun, but I'm going to bed. Have a great weekend. Oh, good night, Steph Wanamaker.
Hey.
Look at that. That's cool.
Any of you who happen to be watching this just so happen to work for the photos team, bring back albums. Thank you.
Wait, did they get rid of albums?
Well, they're all messed up now. Now it goes everything by date, and it's
Wait, I thought the date helped. Hey, Dustin W. Stout, he's watching. What does the W stand for? I always wondered that. Like, do you know Dustin Stout at all?
It stands for what?
Exactly. What does it stand for? Exactly. Good job.
Third base.
Third base. You nailed it. I'm looking at the photos now. I feel like I put. So
like,
according
if
to.
you go to my profile, I don't think you can choose album view. I don't think you can even do it.
I'm just looking at my photo. My photos on my photos. So there's photos on your profile view, and there's photos in your photos menu view.
Nice and confusing.
Nice and yeah, no, it's fine. I never use one on my profile because I don't really care what it looks like. Over there, I'm like, eh.
But yeah, like if you click on mine, I don't think you can view it by album.
It says albums. Well, I'm not on a profile page. I am on. Hey, Dustin, if you want to jump in, feel free to come and chat.
I mean, granted, it's been a little while since I looked at it. It's possible they've switched it back. No. I'm looking at your page, and all I see is a bunch of short little things done by date. I do not see an option to view your photos by album. I don't see it as an option. So basically, I just see anything that you posted on a particular day, but if you had like them organized in some sort of manner, I'd have no way of knowing.
I'm looking at photos of Cliff. Yeah, it shows you photos of Cliff. Then it shows you not necessarily. So it says adventures in acrylic. So would that not count as an album?
Yes, because I just so happen to haven't been posting much recently, and I just cleaned everything up and deleted a bunch of stuff yesterday. But you don't see anything up at the top that says, "Hey, just look at the albums," instead of all that crap that was, like how
That's,
each day you post something, it adds it as a separate standalone object.
is that a phase? Is that what Facebook
Like
does?
yours,
Oh,
looking at yours is just a mess. It's all over.
thank you. I try. The weird thing is when you go into the albums in your own photos on the photo menu on plus.google.com/photos, those are all albums, tons of albums in there.
Yeah, it's organized differently.
You could
We're,
share those as albums,
it
right?
used to be, yes, would actually would spawn a completely separate thing.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not like it used to be. It used to be
Haha.
working way better.
That sounds like everything. It's not like it used to be.
Yeah, and then they decided to make it all. I think it depends on your use case. I guess if you're using it to back up your family photos that you happen to take with your camera,
Right. It
then
doesn't
it
matter.
has some sort of functionality. But for my purposes and almost most of the artists I've talked to, it's not usable.
Yeah, I feel like Google Plus for artists and even maybe even for photographers is dropping, right? The use case.
I would think so, but I honestly don't know because I haven't been as involved as I used to be.
Yeah.
Mainly because it started getting too annoying to use.
But I mean, so and like Facebook getting searched, that's pretty cool. Like I really want to.
Facebook search sucks. It's horrible.
Well, it's not great, but it's something. I
There's
mean,
very, very limited things you can actually search with it, though.
that's true. You can only search like your own posts or posts that have. But this way I could come across posts that were meant for me to be seen that I never saw. Does that not happen?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm doing a search wrong. Every time I search, it's
Type NYC Hurl or NYC Hurl 2. You'll
like
find.
if I try to do a search on Facebook, it'll just try and slam me to the closest profile that matches whatever my search term was.
Oh, it does that, but you have to go bypass that with the search thing.
Oh yeah,
What are you
just
trying
more
searching?
involved than I
Let's
ever
see,
thought.
art, and then
It'd be like searching for like a term or something. It would just throw me to a page that happened to have that term as their title. I'm like, no, that has
instead,
nothing to do with what I'm looking for.
so open up your Hangout chat and just click on that link, and that'll give you. I literally typed the word art, and that will give you search results in Facebook for art. And actually, it's kind of cool because it's not showing me.
Sorry, I didn't understand this search.
Oh, that's weird.
Please try saying this another way.
Worked for me.
Your case any there, pal.
Maybe they like me. Although all the posts are this page called Buy Silent Art that I'm following, so
Right.
it's not really
It has the name art in the title.
right. So it's kind of not there
Wait,
yet.
so that's it. So are the posts that it's showing you on Facebook like the?
Yeah, I'm seeing. Hold on, I guess I can
Yeah, because I
screen
think
share.
they have a Google Plus page too, don't they? By Silent Art.
Probably. Let me. Do I
How do we
dare?
do with them or
Do
community?
I dare screen share? I don't know.
Do it.
How terrible is it? Is it working?
Hold on, let me see. Let me just click over to you. Sort of. It like flickers.
There. Anyway, so this is the search. It's
Yeah,
flickering.
it's weird. It'll be there and then it'll go black, and then it'll go there again, and then it'll go black.
Well, now I have it still. So is it there?
No, right now I see an arrow.
There's my arrow. This is
I see
Facebook.
the arrow moving around, but it's moving around over blackness, at least from
Well,
what
that
I
sucks.
don't know if anyone else.
Oh!
Oh,
It's-
they're flickered in, and then it's gone.
Wait, it says you are screen sharing. Stop or present to everyone. What does present to everyone mean?
Maybe that means I get to see it.
Oh, now do you get to see it?
Hold on, let me see. It's presenting to everyone.
Is it?
Hmm.
I never really used screen share, so.
I don't know. It's weird. Can you see it in the reflection of my glasses?
1 second.
See how it's flashing in and out?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's stop. That was a fail. All right, my bad. There we go. I tried.
That's good to know if screen sharing isn't working properly, because
Well, I wonder if it's because it's on air or it's my computer, or my computer is a little old, but still.
Because I mean, I haven't tried doing that in a long time, but that's good to know, because that would be like one of the main things I used to do. And
Yeah, but you could always test it before you go live.
well, yeah, I would have to.
All that stuff.
I need to test just about everything. I haven't done it in so long. They probably moved everything on me.
They do move a lot, and in fact, now they show you all the stuff you can do before you enter the Hangout. And it shows you the applause thing, it shows you the showcase thing, and I almost feel like all those that stuff was only. What?
Wait, so you can do canned applause now? Nice.
No, so the applause app, I don't know if you know what it is. So it's if you turn it on as the host, you don't have it. It's for the audience. So when if it's on, when the audience clicks on play on your Hangout event, it pops open like a box, like the box does. Then at the bottom there's like a little green line that goes along, and if you click, I think thumbs up, you hear applause as the audience member over the talking, and a little GIF that is in Hangouts now with the little yellow punching goes, yay! With the with the sound effect. If you hit downwards, meaning you didn't like that moment, like thumbs up meaning you like the moment, which I don't get. Like like how do you like this one moment that I'm talking? Like how do you decide? I liked it when he talked
Maybe
now.
if you flash somebody and then they're like, "Whoa, that was cool. Let me flash."
But then I wonder though, is there like so? Let's say you flash someone, right? And you want to click, you like that that they flashed you.
Right.
But wouldn't you be clicking it after the moment afterwards? So I guess the point is more
Be really quick.
right. But I think the point's more like you probably if you're watching playback, you're like, all right, maybe like I see 20 people like that moment. What happened in that moment? Okay, that was just as I was sort of flashing someone.
Right.
Boom. But the thing is that if you hit downwards, there's another GIF, and they go boo. But the thing is, it takes up memory, it takes up time, and while you're like voting, it interrupts like listening to the person talking.
Right.
So
yeah.
it's not enjoyable.
I don't understand the point of the interruption. I can see the I understand the point of as you're watching, it's like, hey, this part's cool. You know, that way, so when you get that feedback, you're like, all right, they like this part, this part, this part. But I don't understand the point of popping up anything. That just.
But it's anonymous too, so it's like, all right, well, so what if you have a bunch of people, like, you know, what if it's like 10 people that don't speak your language? Then does it useful? Like, I don't know. Anyway, but so that, and then there's
theory things, but
there's a lot of that. Yeah, I do feel like not to bore people with Google Plus, but I do feel like some of the things they came out with, you know, and people are at this point like, I don't know, they came out with something. What is it? All right. It's really geared toward keeping up with what other networks are doing, and just I don't know. It's not necessarily geared to anybody because I don't think stickers or whatever. Like, and the smart search on Hangouts is interesting, but I don't like the GIFs. Like I love GIFs. Don't get me wrong. I am a GIF mess. I love them. But when it comes to like animated, I like real GIFs. I like people. I like funny things. The smiley face and sticker type GIFs that are like that, those are okay, but those aren't as cool. And I feel like when I type happy birthday, seeing a little cake pop up and like dance around or whatever, or a little smiley face pop up and dance around, it's not like enjoyable. And it's the same thing too.
I was going to test out screen sharing, and I'm looking at my screen sharing options, and it looks like my options are my entire screen, which in my case is actually showing both of my entire screens because I have an iMac plus SSD. Then the Hangout screen itself, that would be just weird. Or a different or my image I have on in the back, like the browser. But I can't just put on like Photoshop, which is on my Cintiq screen. That's really bizarre. That's not good at all.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you're watching, I'm going into the event page. No one has said anything except Steph. So if you look at your Hangout, so look at this Hangout. And people obviously they can't see what we're talking about, but and the Hangout chat box that comes with the Hangout.
Open up the window. All right, I can
open it up. You see how it says Happy Birthday and Woot? Have you already seen this stuff? So if I type Happy Birthday, then you can see what pops up. Do you see what popped up?
Where would it pop up?
All right, so in your Hangout box, in your Hangout list of Hangouts,
yes.
chats, I should say. At the top, it says you, and it must say my name. No.
I see your name, and I see that link you posted before. You mean on the group chat window?
No, I mean outside this box and in the
the Hangout box in Google Plus
or Gmail. Well, yeah, either one, but I think Google Plus that probably works better.
All right, let me see.
Anyway, for those of you watching, I'm just showing.
Oh yeah, now I see it.
Clipped some of the new features. So, are you looking at it?
Yeah, in the Hangout.
Stare at it. Tell me what you see.
Yeah, I just saw that little pop-up thing.
All right, so
That's weird since I would never almost never actually be looking at that box for any reason.
right, so you have to not only be looking at it at that time. For some reason that's not working. There you go. You see that?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
have to be looking at it when I do it. So there's that. It's pretty quick, and there's no like. It's not like there's a message saying there was a gift. It's just kind of like
It just seems so random and pointless.
right. There you go. There's another one. Those are the three. It's happy birthday, woot, WOOT, and ha 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 ha, all as one thing. Those are the Easter eggs to go along with. Remember the ponies? Hey, look at the ponies. Those things. So I don't know. That was one of the things they did. And the other thing they did is if I type "Where are you?" Do you get a little message saying share location or no?
No.
So maybe that's only on mobile, but that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, maybe that only happens on mobile, and I've never done
On
this
the
before.
Android, yeah. So it's supposed to say then it's supposed to come up and say, "Do you want to share your location?" So those were that, and then there's a selection of stickers. So what I just showed you was basically the new release. That's what they said. Hey, we're staying up late and they made a post about it. They got excited about it.
Holy crap! What they're doing with their time these days?
Yeah. So I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm definitely not surprised by it. My expectations are not. In fact, I'm more excited. I was more excited about what they did with reshares, but I don't know if I really like what they've done with the Google Plus reshares, the way they've redesigned it. It's about time they're showing us the reshares.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I haven't really seen it yet.
So right now, they started so for the longest time, everyone was like, why don't you, if someone reshares my post, I want to see that post. Not everyone does, but I would like to see it to see, if there's conversation or plus one it or whatever. And I'm silly like that. I like to plus one people that reshare my post as a way to say kind of like thanks for resharing it. I don't know. Anyway.
Well,
I don't always do it, but
isn't that what Ripples is for?
people don't even use Ripples. In fact, they forgot Ripples existed. And Ripples isn't a way to say thank you. Ripples is just a way to see like a chart of people.
We'll see. I love that's exactly what I use Ripples for. I go to every single one that was shared it, and I thank them individually on their post. Yeah, that's exactly what I use Ripples for.
Okay. But now you can do it. You actually get a notification of the reshare, and then you could type right there, "Hey, thanks for resharing this," in the reshare.
I have that. You mean like in the drop-down notifications, like the
yeah, drop-down notifications. Yeah. Now you will get a notification for every time.
I do actually like that feature. It makes it much easier to thank people.
But that's something definitely should have had probably in beta. But anyway.
That I actually do like. I did notice that recently. Yes, I didn't know that was the feature you're referring to.
No. That was the beginning of it. Then from there, in the last couple of days, what they did was now when you reshare something in your reshare, not only will you now see, and maybe you've noticed this, a reshare now has a different box. It has like an outlined box.
Yeah.
Are you drawing something?
Not yet, but I'm going to.
Okay. Sweet. We're here live with Speed Painter Cliff Roth. You know him from New York Comic Con appearance 2 years ago. Anyway, and a Guerra fan. Sorry, that's all I got right now. So there's an outline on the reshare. That's one thing. But the main thing is that when you go to the reshare, instead of saying when it used to say like Matthew Rappaport originally shared, it still says that, but you used to be able to click originally shared to get to the post. Now, that's not hyperlinked, and now there's a little link at the bottom sometimes when it works that either says view original post if it has no comments, or view 20 comments on the original post, or
smile. Oh, great, nice sarcastic one. Oh wait, I think I caught that as you were grabbing the cup of coffee. I think I was way too slow. Oh, you're looking dapper there.
I try.
Wicked evil coffee love.
Evil coffee, yeah. I said I had some coffee so I didn't fall asleep because I feel like what happens my days now, I work my butt off. I work day, night, have to commute into Manhattan. I live in Long Island now, so it's about, I do about 70 times 2 or 80 times 2 a day on the train. So it's interesting. And then I usually pass out on time for maybe I grab dinner and pass out, or I watch TV. But so anyway, the reshare, that's basically what the reshare was. Those changes, and they didn't announce it. It was more of a design than a feature, I guess. They're trying me. I was that way. Took a picture of me. Oh no, he's gonna drop there. And it's not even hangout. I used to hang conversation on Thursday. Actually, I never.
Whatever happened to that show?
Well, this is what happened to it. I was doing the show, and basically, the last real hangout conversations I did was like the first week of November 2013. That was the last like show hangout conversations, and it was with the band Deaf Poets through Natalie Smallish, who was originally on Hangout Conversations with her band, The New, with Lori Carodi, who I met through Joe Martinez way back in October, of November 2011. So 3 years later, interestingly enough. And I look like you made my shirt almost looks like I'm getting a haircut. Like it's like
It does. You're right.
It's like I'm gonna get a haircut. Yeah. So that was that. So that's what happened. So I did that show. I got that show in. It was daytime, and then I started HuffPost, and I was like at HuffPost nonstop. So I had no time to do my show. I did a few HuffPost like daytime. Hey, how's doing like a regular hangout at HuffPost? It was all right. It was a bunch of random people like we want to see this story. It was Black Friday. Last Black Friday, 2013. They're all like, oh, I like Black Friday. But then, I don't know if you watched any of them. Maybe you watched some of them. I did a couple of HuffPost hangouts. So that was kind of like my show 2.0. But it was me for HuffPost, and I was doing, I don't even know if they can see your drawing. I don't know. I wish somebody watching, could you see?
I did not, no, I didn't watch any of the HuffPo hangouts.
I didn't understand. That's fine. There's plenty for you to go back and watch if you want. And actually, some are pretty good. Tarek says, he comments on my post, I didn't understand 3/4 of anything English that was. I'm sorry, your thinking doesn't match my thoughts. So there's a guy that's been following me and commenting, and I guess English is not his first language, but he's making an attempt, so that's impressive. To be fair, I'm tired, I'm talking fast, I'm doing all that. In fact, this is the first time you're drawing me with facial hair, because for the most of our
it's a good look for you.
Huh?
It works.
You think it works? All right. Is it weird? Because for the longest time I didn't have it, right? So.
No, I think it's a good look for you.
Thanks. Yeah, I always think now I think I look weird when I shave.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah. So, but yeah, for the longest time, and then I realized I look young enough, so without it, and it's funny too because I tell a story at HuffPost where I had the facial hair, and then I realized so I've had jobs before, but HuffPost and where I work now, it's like. They don't care what your facial hair is. They don't care your flexible hours. They don't care what you wear. And I never had a job like that. I'm like, really? And excitingly enough, I just found out I'm going to CES, which I've never been to, and so I'm going to be there a week in January and be filming and doing social. And I was like, so do I need to bring suits and wear like something nice? And my boss was like, nah. Everybody just wears what you're wearing, shirt, jeans, like no big. I'm like, really? Like I could look like a complete casual whatever. So I think that's weird. I'll bring a couple of nice outfits, but don't you think that's weird? See at these conventions, like these nice that people are not dressed like in suits, or maybe the time has changed, my friend. Cliff Roth, did I lose you? I don't see you. Maybe you went away. Anyway, if you're just joining us, Cliff has randomly decided to join us. I did invite him. And he's drawing me.
Did I just like freeze?
Yeah, I think you did. Or maybe maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. Actually, I wonder if I take this link and I put it in Dan's chat because their show's over. Come join us, will you? We have fun. Yeah. And yeah. Anyway, so basically, if you're just joining us, my name is Rappaport Matthew, and this guy is Rothcliffe, backwards. So so HuffPost Hangouts were cool because I got to have real studio, real cameras. It was a pain in the butt, but I did it. Sheila is joining us. Hey Sheila, what's up?
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
You're on a random Hangout Conversations, even though it's not really Hangout Conversations.
I think you need to resurrect it.
Well, hi, Cliff. Long
How
time.
are you? Long time no see. How you been?
I'm good, and I'm in black and white. Oh, that's not pretty.
It works for your paintings, though. Ooh.
Huh?
I said it works for your paintings.
No, I didn't paint them.
I mean, the paintings, not your paintings as in you painted them, the ones on your wall. You bought them.
Well, the lighthouse, no, I did not buy that. A couple of years ago, I would share my friend's artwork on G+. And he sent me this as appreciation.
Cool. Well, happy holidays, and I'm glad that we got to display it. That's
Thank
cool.
you.
So Cliff is drawing me with facial hair because I have it now.
I see that. Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool.
What a likeness. What a likeness.
Cliff is the man. Actually, Cliff just showed me some stuff he painted with paintbrushes I got him from Secret Santa in 2011. So cool. That's pretty cool.
My gosh, I haven't chatted with you for so long. You have changed the whole persona here. Your hair is darker.
Oh, that I have no control over with my hair. I have no idea.
I don't know. You're looking good there.
Like a whole new hat.
I'm a whole new me. Maybe I have some grays coming in. I don't know.
Oh, that's where L'Oreal hair color comes.
or
or your Grecian formula or whatever you call
I'm not there yet, no, but I mean, I noticed them more in the beard. That's where you notice them.
Wait, would you be there though? I mean, like if you started going gray, would you die?
I don't think so. That doesn't sound like me.
Oh, I do.
I would do it for a role. I would do it for like if I was doing like a movie, but not, you know.
Yeah, me neither.
I so refuse to go gray.
Oh, come on. Gray is awesome.
Well, it is, but not on me.
But actually, if you think about it, as a baby, a lot of people have like blonde hair, and then they get dark hair, and then they get gray hair. Isn't that kind of how it works?
Pretty much.
Well, yeah, I do have gray hair, but you know, I'm too young to let it go gray.
Let it go, gray.
Hey, you're on doing this crap.
Oh, I don't. Yeah. Oh, let it snow. Actually, I showed a hangout. Nataza sent me this holiday card. It said, "Let it snow. Let it snow."
I like it. So, what's the topic of your hangout, or is it just random?
We were talking about you till you arrived. Now we got.
We were talking about that chilla me.
Talking about. Ooh, that's why I came.
Nice. We were just reminiscing, talking about what is. Oh, we're talking about my hangout show.
How we got to resurrect hangout conversations.
Yeah, so I did hangout conversations for HuffPost. It was HuffPost stuff. So I did a lot of cool shows though. I talked to Wilmer Valderrama's The 70s Show. I did one with this DJ. We did a 420 hangout where we talked about legalization of marijuana. We ate some chips. We did a couple of Game of Thrones chats. We did a couple of I did one with Sarah, but the last one was with Sarah Hill about Memorial Day and with veterans. I don't know. I tried to do a lot. I did some sports ones: Super Bowl, Grammys, Golden Globes, March Madness. I tried to vary it up. I tried to do different things. Toys Don't Have Gender. That was interesting. We chatted with Olympian Gabby Douglas, which was cool. So I did a bunch of, it was like real studio, real guests. It was closer to what really I was hoping for. And I'm going to do a lot more with Tech Times. But to do this, I feel like I could do it maybe on a Friday night sometimes. I don't want to compete with Dan's show, but I don't necessarily want to...
Well, you wouldn't be competing with Dan's show because you'd have a different audience.
Yeah,
that's right.
Sense.
It's not really a competition because you're in completely different markets.
Like
you can do your own show whenever you
I know.
Feel like.
But if by completely different markets, I think you're wrong. I think it's all Google Plus. So.
What I mean is somebody who's going to find entertainment value in your show might not be interested in the tech stuff on his show.
Right. Or both. Right. No, I got what you meant. I just mean like as far as like what the pool is. I don't think the pool is that much different. But But if you're just joining us, welcome to this.
Cool. So
Oh, that's right. The YouTubers, they all love me. I feel like the YouTubers are a lot harsher and a lot more judgy, and it's impossible to please them. You could be the best thing ever, and they'll be like, "This sucks."
well, all right. Here's how my take on that whole thing. It's like a blended family. If you were on the YouTube side of it, those B+ers are just a bunch of jackasses who are stealing your mom away from you.
But we were all on you. Most of us were on YouTube before.
Meanwhile, if
That's
you're on
right.
the plus side of things, you know, you look at it a little bit differently.
I guess.
So
No.
I think there's just a different view of the whole thing.
I also think, some people also got verified marks on Google Plus and then transferred to YouTube, and people are like, "What are you verified? What did you do?
I know, I'm one of
Who
those.
do you think you are?"
I'm one of those people who are magically verified over there.
And we're back.
I'm not. I haven't
That's
done any Hangouts in so long, as in YouTube Hangouts.
But we're all magically delicious, so it's all right.
That's right.
Yes.
Magically delicious.
Candy cane flavored.
Can I be more? Can I be a little less? Ignore the circles under my.
Oh no, they're gonna get bigger now. You should have said that. That was a
Just because you said so, he's
never,
gonna.
ever complain.
Oh, love it, Cliff.
I wasn't really. I wasn't.
Oh,
I
I know
wouldn't.
it's backwards. I flipped it. So
I wouldn't say it's a complaint. I was trying to make a joke. People are watching.
Actually, I
Nobody's
think
watching.
the
What are you talking?
the bags under his eyes need to be not quite so pronounced.
Well, that's because the rest of the face ain't built up yet. This is like the underpainting, so to speak.
Bags in my eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still got
You're just building the base, huh?
exactly building the base.
It's all about that base. About that base.
That's right.
Boy,
Base, it's the foundation.
he's looking to get in trouble tonight.
Actually, that's the foundation that's on your face. He just hasn't blended it in yet.
Yes, the foundation. Yeah.
You blend it all. Movember. Yeah, it's funny too that so I didn't have the two spaces there, but then I screwed it up and then I shaved it, but it's coming back. The goatee. And I screwed it up.
Oh well.
But it looks a little Fu Manchu-y. Chewbacca-y.
Okay. So you're trying to resurrect the hangout conversation?
No, this
Good.
was a random. What?
Random hangout on air.
This is a random Friday hangout. I went into Dan's hangout. They were wrapping up, so I did
Hello,
this.
kids. Everybody, welcome to Hangout Conversations 2.0.
Right.
You sound just
He
like
is resurrecting them. He just doesn't know it.
I just don't know it. I don't know it. I'm resurrecting them, but I will be doing it under tech times.
No. You gotta keep your IP separate.
Oh, that sounds like a
Conversations
lot.
is your IP. Don't give it away to somebody else.
No, it's not that I'm giving it away.
You can't
There's
give that.
not enough hours or time. All right, but if I do one, it has to literally be.
You have to change the name of it. Completely different.
No, well, it's Hangout
Hangout
Conversations
Conversations.
2.0. I didn't do so. This September would have been the 3rd year anniversary, and I did not do the first one. I did 25 hours. The second one I did 6 hours. The third one I did zip. So it's because ooh, look at that. I just need the time, and the time is more precious these days
Mm-hmm.
than ever before, and energy. But I did jump on Chef Dennis's show 2 weeks ago, which was kind of fun, and
Gosh, I haven't had time to watch those, or I have not had time.
it's all right.
I
I
always
personally-
done them when I'm busy.
Do you guys? So I started listening to Serial. I basically listened to the whole thing. There's one episode left. It's pretty awesome. It's a podcast, and I really think I don't necessarily know that these Hangouts as podcasts would do well, but for the longest time I've always wondered why Google would not let us just automatically go into Google Play and then even iTunes. Why not? It's content.
Mm-hmm.
Why not let it? And then it could be under a Hangout guise. It could be these are podcasts that were originally Hangouts. Wouldn't it have that made sense? And they could be in YouTube, and you could just click on play audio only. I don't know.
Yeah, audio only would be nice. It would save up bandwidth.
Well, I do know a lot of times that I'm listening to a Hangout on air, I'm really just listening to the audio.
Exactly.
Right,
I
right,
very rarely watch the Hangout.
right.
That's what I never understood. And then so, I mean, I know obviously it's because they didn't have the foresight to hire people like me and you, but that must be it. No, but really,
And then a lot of them are actually people actually recording podcasts. That's what they're doing. They're recording podcasts. They're just, while they're doing it, they're also on air. But
no, it's true, and I don't understand why. It
I would
just
say
seems
that
like a
all the ones
no-brainer.
that I actually watch fall under that category.
And actually, speaking of Hangouts, Mr. Chichu is now over at Amazon, and he's left Google.
Has he?
I know he left
Yeah,
Google.
Cliff didn't even know. It just happened last week or so.
I didn't know he was.
I am out of the loop. I'm not even sure who the current Google overlords are. I don't pay any attention to that stuff anymore.
You don't have to. But yeah, she said goodbye. Left. I'm not surprised. I mean, changes happen, and
Does he still hang out?
you know, he hadn't hung out in a while. We don't even hardly ever hang out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're like,
Now, why is that a couple of Hangout addicts like ourselves just stop really doing it much?
because we did it so much,
Well,
and then we took it to hurl level, and hurls were so awesome that once we hurled, we're like, it's not going to get any better than that, right?
okay, well, nowadays, the Hangouts, yeah, you could start a Hangout, but then is anybody going to join you
That happens
unless
too.
Well, I
that
joined.
doesn't happen? But I mean, just a regular Hangout, not a live, but a regular Hangout. I could start one, and I would be sitting there. I would invite my whole circles, all of them.
It's true.
Then nobody sees it. Nobody sees
yeah.
yeah.
No, I only wanted to say real quickly, before we did on air, I was just going to do a regular one, not on air, and no one came. So I'm like, all right, let me try on air. And then, for some reason, Cliff came, and you came. Well, you came because I put the link.
As soon as I started watching Dan's, I'm like, all right, let's see if anyone else happens to be hanging out. And I saw yours pop up. I'm like, woohoo!
Yeah, I jumped in.
Days that, all the kids are quiet at a convenient time, and I'm not working, that I can hang out. Since I started working steady midnight shift, I stopped hanging out so much. That and the new baby, kind of.
New baby?
Not so new anymore. She's a year old, but.
Oh, well, been a while.
The 6th installment.
Sweet. Is 6? Well, can you predict if 6 is the last one, or you have no idea?
I'm pretty sure number 3 is the last one. I don't know.
Haha, you've heard it said that.
Yeah,
Cliff makes a joke. Story at 11. All right, I don't know who else to.
Invite all the things.
All the things I thought I did. I definitely thought I did.
This hangout needs some Paul. Where's Paul?
Oh, I'll try. I don't know.
Paul.
He's on the invite list. So actually, what's funny is there are actually people that viewed this event more than I thought.
I think he was one of the first hangout conversations I actually watched. Was the one with you and Paul, I think.
Oh yeah. You watched one with Mike and Byron, weren't?
Or was he after me? I don't remember. Yeah, I saw the one with Mike and Byron.
That was early.
Yeah. I don't remember if Paul's might have been after mine. I don't remember.
No, it's interesting to see when you see like it said so and so viewed the invite event. That could just be some notification or something, right? Or I have no idea.
I never really.
I don't know how it all works.
I never really use the events at all for anything.
Well, on air is all event.
I know.
On air. So.
I don't like that.
Holy cow! Tim Clary viewed this.
Whoa! Tell Tim Clary to get his ass in here.
Tim Clary, come back to life.
I haven't seen him in so long.
He talked to me once recently through email, and I was shocked. So.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in ages.
Let me darken my eyebrows.
Come back to us. Come back to us.
Yes.
Come in here.
Please, Tim. Pretty please. Pretty please.
Pretty please.
Pretty midnight. Half an hour past midnight here, so it's Saturday.
It is Saturday.
Over in the East Coast.
Bring your cats.
So it's funny, speaking of YouTube, I clicked on notifications. The first notification is a video from YouTube, June 15th, It was sized Hangover featuring Snoop Dogg, and well, the last comments were from June. Someone must have plus one it, but some of the YouTube comments are not pretty, I must say. Miami cops public services aid suspended over tow truck scheme in Miami. All right. I'm reading a December 11th. No, I guess that was today. That was yesterday. All right. Time flies.
Yes, it does. Now, are you clobbered with snow?
No, we only had a little snowstorm the other day, and it got a coating. That was our first one. That was it. Nothing major. What about you? Are you clobbered with snow, Sheila?
No, not yet. I mean, today was 60 and windy.
I feel for you.
Where are you at?
Utah.
Utah?
Near Salt Lake City.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why was I thinking you were in New York?
No, not me. Not me. We've got snow in the mountains, so the skiers are happy. But the valley, we don't have anything. We're supposed to get some rain, and snow will start tomorrow, maybe. I can't promise.
Utah. So So I did in October. I was at a wedding in Santa Fe, and I was at Albuquerque. That's close to Utah, or no? How far is that?
Is that what, New Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah, not that close.
Way closer than New York, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I'm going to, like I said, I want to see us at Vegas. Is Vegas closer to Utah?
Yeah, it's just a half an hour drive out of St. George, Utah. South.
How many hours from you?
Maybe 6, 7. Maybe,
oh, all right.
Give or take. Yeah, it's not that far, really.
So what are you going to Vegas for? Is that the other thing you mentioned?
Consumer electronics show for a week. I'll be doing some video, and I'll be doing some social, and hopefully got to see Angie person.
Okay, so are you going to be flying into the Salt Lake Airport or anything like that? Or
oh no, well I don't.
Flight out?
That I don't know. I don't know my flight yet. My work is booking it, so I will see what the case is. I feel like it's a direct flight, at least one way. So I don't know.
I would assume you'd probably just. I would assume.
Well, wave as you fly by. Okay.
I will. Well, I've been to Vegas twice before. Funny enough, both in December. One for my brother's bachelor party, and then the second time when I went with Jane, we did the rodeo. And now I'll be there in January. I never get to. I go to Vegas in the winter, and it actually is chilly in Vegas in the winter. So. So that's true.
Yeah, take a jacket.
We'll be inside for most of it, but I don't really consumer electronics show. I'm not sure. There'll be photography. I'm hoping there'll be a lot of Google Plusers that are there. A lot of different people that I've never met before, maybe. And hopefully I get to try Oculus Rift. I don't know if it's any good, but virtual reality.
Take your quarters.
If I need quarters for it, there's probably a problem. If Oculus Rift runs on quarters, I don't.
That would be so awesome.
It would be awesome, but I don't see a future. I'll take my quarters. No, there is the Pinball Hall of Fame, which I hopefully will go back. I went to with Angie. I'll go there again, which is pretty cool. They literally have the oldest. They have all these pinball machines, all different machines. And so, some of those pinball machines where there were like different levels, and it was like like a tower. I love those. They have all those too. Yeah, those are like impossible, but they're fun.
Yeah.
So and they closed the Liberace Museum, so I never got to go into that.
Ah, sad, huh?
Closed it.
Yeah, at some point. They closed it when I was there 2 years ago.
Now I have no reason to go there.
But I did befriend an Elvis impersonator.
Vegas off the bucket list now.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool things in Vegas.
Yeah, not bad. I guess losing your money and your shirt. That's.
Keep your shirt. Just don't lose too much money.
Yeah. But I'll be too busy probably to gamble. But knowing me, I'll just be impulsive. Be like, $100 on black. Always bet on black.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I know. Oh my god! I look almost like Alan Shapiro, a little bit. Except I am Alan Shapiro Jr.
Alan Shapiro. That's right. That's right.
Oh my god! I didn't know how much I looked like him, and I just need an earring and I talk like this.
He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool.
He's not bad. Not too shabby.
Is that your thing that I keep hearing beep?
Who, me?
Yes. Like, is someone chatting with you? Like, is that?
No.
I don't think it's you.
No, but Barbara
Somebody-
Young,
there's
I
somebody-
heard it. I heard it too. Maybe it's Sheila. I don't know.
No, are you sure it wasn't your kids, Cliff?
Yeah, they wouldn't be beeping on this.
Beep 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 beep. Yeah.
No, it might just beep on your end if you're not active. Are you still there?
Are you
Remember
still there?
those?
Barbara King, you see, how do you video hangout up to Hangouts? You just click. Tina Puccini says, "You were so funny, Matthew. LOL. Thanks. LOL. LO. 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 LO."
I find it so weird that you have to specify video hangout. It just seems so awkward. I mean, that's what a hangout is, damn it.
Yeah. So yeah, for those of you just joining us, exactly. Hangouts were video, and then chats were chats or G-Talk.
Exactly. And it was so much better when it was separated.
Says,
Wait.
Yeah, it was. It
It
was.
was so much more efficient and useful.
You know, but hangouts to me are video chat,
Exactly.
not talk.
And it's not that god-awful group chat crap that they post up. And then for each person who invited you to the same one, you get like multiple different ones popping up. It's like, what the hell? I mean, don't they know it's the same thing?
So let me show you this
Well, I guess it
little.
wouldn't be the same thing because they'd be each shared with a different set of circles. You just might happen to be in both of them. But it's just annoying. It really is.
So you click off the notifications. That's trippy.
All right, so this is an app called Tiny, which I enjoy, which is Kevin Rose made it. And I always thought it was weird. Kevin Rose worked at Google, and this is an app that would be so cool. Google Plus could have done it and could have made a standalone app.
What is that? Is that like what is it showing you right now?
So each little tiny picture you see, it's either you can make a picture or you can make a very quick video. So it becomes kind of like a GIF, I guess. Literally, that's like a post, and that's all it is. And then they developed a secret reply to the post. Oh, I guess he's giving the finger. Actually, that's the developer that used to work at Google giving you the finger, so that's kind of funny.
Wasn't that a feature here a long time ago?
What? I don't.
To be able to do a little quick video post?
No, yeah, maybe you could still do that, but there's no sound. They're just GIFs.
Yeah, just
or their pictures, and then they made it a little more advanced, so then you could go in here and check your notifications, and then they copy your Twitter profile, but you could sign up with Twitter or Facebook.
I mean, isn't that the essence of what Snapchat is?
So it did.
I mean, I've never used
worked.
Snapchat.
It worked a little like Snapchat when it would delete your pictures, but they got rid of deleting and they're just keeping it, and then you can delete it. But it's not Snapchat. Snapchat is more of a messaging thing, and then you could also do a story where people can like watch your video or pictures or a collection of that, and for like X amount of seconds. Here, you could watch it over and over again without any seconds or going away. But it's kind of fun. I mean, there are a couple, Ashton Kutcher and a couple other celebrities use it sometimes. And it's got like a popular list and. But yeah, so hopefully I get to meet him. They're cool.
interesting.
Yeah, I like it. It's a little bit more fun than Instagram. Instagram is okay, but this is more interactive. I feel like it's more fun and more personable. You don't have to worry about filtering and making some amazing photo or whatever.
Yeah. So what phone are you showcasing?
Oh, it's only an iPhone 5S. I know it's not an Android.
You've got the 5S, huh?
Yeah.
I wish Instagram integrated with Google Plus, but of course it won't. But
I wish Instagram
better.
would have been, but
yeah, it would have been nice if it.
All right. Yeah, no, it would be nice if it all integrated, like if they all worked together. But in fact, there was a couple articles recently where Instagram claimed or said they had 300 million users and they surpassed Twitter in user base. And then Evan Williams of Twitter, the co-founder, said he didn't give a shit about it. He was like, I don't care. He's like, Twitter is great. More people love to have fun with photos, but Twitter is actually making an impact on the world and giving people news. So he was like, he'll take that every time. So
Yeah.
Angie person, I did send you a link to an HOA because I had a regular hangout and nobody joined. But now we get to have it recorded, and I get to pretend like we had a hangout show, even though and it's much better this way. I don't have to plan. I don't have to think of questions. I don't have to worry about how things look. I just do it. I just hit play. This is much more relaxing. Maybe less enjoyable for people watching.
Well, see, that's it. You could just have your new hangout conversation could be just impromptu, no questions, just conversation.
But is that interesting for people watching? I don't know.
Who cares about the people watching? It's not about them.
Who cares?
No, it's not. It's about you. And if they find you interesting, they'll find the show interesting.
Is that a fact? Is that a fact?
I mean, if you spend all your time worrying about what they want, that's useless.
I totally agree. Yeah, I don't spend all my time worrying about what other people want. If that was true, I would have stopped posting as much as I did and posting GIFs and posting whatever, but I didn't because why? So, television, movies, those are things we like.
Okay, so which television show would you like to talk about then?
I don't know. So many choices. So many
television show? Is that what you're talking about?
I do occasionally watch TV.
So
I watch Hulu Plus, and Netflix.
I have been watching Once Upon a Time.
I do like that show. That is a good show.
That is the Once Upon a Show I have not seen.
I am up to date and current on that.
Me too.
Well, I'm not going to watch it, so you can spoil away. I know I know there was a Frozen episode, right?
Yeah, that's
kind of this season.
That's this season, coming to an end.
Oh, is the Frozen storyline still going on?
It's Sunday Celeste.
It's kind of concluded, sort of.
You're like, let it go. No, do they actually make let it go jokes?
No.
No.
What? That's a jip.
Well,
do they build a snowman?
Well, they got Captain Hooks in there. You got Maid Marian. You've got,
pretty much every fantasy story ever.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
It
decent.
seemed alright. I know it came out at the same time that Grimm came out, and I was like, oh, they're like competing.
They're just completely different, but yeah, I thought the same thing because they came out around the same time. I'm like, hey, look, let's see what we can do with this genre. But yeah, they're completely unrelated shows.
So you watched Grimm?
I watched some of the first season, but then just got whatever.
Alright.
I lost interest really quick.
It happens.
I tend to lose interest really easy.
I kind of, you know what? Every season I'm like, oh, I want to watch this and that and this. I don't have time, and majority of the time I'm happy I didn't watch it because something like Constantine, people say is awful, and I wanted to watch it.
But I've never seen. There's a lot of shows that are super popular that I've never seen. Never seen Breaking Bad. Never seen Walking Dead.
Well, give it time. You'll eventually catch up.
Nah, probably not.
No.
Both those shows.
I don't like violence, so I probably wouldn't like either of those things.
You don't like violence, but you like gory pictures, don't you?
Not real gore. No, I hate real gore. Like I never watched any of the Saw movies. I couldn't stomach them.
Yeah, but you draw, but some of the makeup is gore.
I love gore. But that's fake. That's obvious.
Right.
I mean, there's a huge difference. Yeah, I'm not a horror fan at all.
Me either. No.
Or I should say, I'm not a gore fan. I like like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Did you watch Dexter? Did you watch Dexter?
I did not.
Oh.
But not for any particular reason. Just because I didn't. I only have a limited amount of time to watch anything.
That's true.
Now I watch more YouTube than I do actual shows anyway.
You're not alone. In fact, a lot of kids Actually, I was on doing a little thing on the street the other day, man on the street sort of thing, people on the street, and a lot of people I talked to were like, "Oh, everyone had like a favorite YouTuber." All the younger people, I was like,
"Yeah, I would say I'd watch much more YouTube than I do any regular."
Yeah.
But out of the regular TV I watch, I watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I gave up on that after 2 episodes because I was bored.
I watch Once Upon a... It got much better after the 4th or 5th episode. The first couple episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is kind of like, whatever. But after that, it really got going, and it's much, much better.
But much, much better. Like, so, any episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. versus, say, did you see Guardians of the Galaxy?
I did not see the movie yet, no.
Did you see Avengers?
Yeah.
Are there any episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that's more entertaining than that movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, see, I mean, it's just like an extended version of it. I mean, it takes place in the exact same universe, referencing the exact same characters. So.
Right, but and I know Sam Jackson makes a random cheesy appearance, right?
He is in there a couple times. Yeah.
So.
Not really cheesy. I mean, he's playing himself. He's playing his. I mean, he's playing his character.
Right.
It ties directly in with Winter Soldier.
Which I didn't see.
That was a pretty good movie. So I mean, it ties directly in. So yeah, I kind of like the series, but the first few episodes, I agree, were kind of crap. But
so I watched. Is it wrong that I only watched 2? And I thought since the 2 were terrible, I didn't want to watch 3.
is it wrong? No, it's your personal judgment.
No, but I'm not wrong in that sense. I'm saying not wrong in that I did it. Wrong
think,
in the sense that it's got so much better that it's worth.
Yeah, I would say it got better after those episodes, but
now there's a miniseries, Agent Carter. You gonna watch that?
I don't think I've even heard of it.
It's a woman from the 50s. I don't really know the whole thing. It's related, but I am watching The Flash, which is okay. I was watching Gotham, but I couldn't keep up with it, and I was bored. But
I don't understand the point of Gotham. I really don't. It's like
the point of Gotham.
You already know where they're all going. Who cares? I mean, it's just it's like a non-show. What's the point? I don't get it.
Right. I don't get it.
I just don't
Why
get
are we
it.
doing these
Hey,
things?
look, Smallville was cool. Let's try and rip them off.
Well, there's still it's all DC, right? So whatever.
Right, exactly.
Rip ourselves off. Yeah, it's hard to. So I got to hurl, and I didn't know I was gonna get to hurl with them, but I got to meet Catherine McGuire and Preston Reed and see Preston Reed play live here in New York, which was cool. After work, I think it was a month ago or whatever. And I had no idea that Preston Reed was friends with an actor, Peter Gallagher. I don't know if you know who that is, but
it sounds familiar.
I was like, why is Peter Gallagher here? Oh, he's childhood friends with Preston Reed. And I didn't get to, it's one of those things where he's there, but I didn't feel comfortable talking to him. He was talking to Preston, whatever. And then finally I go up to him at the end, and I go, oh, hey, I saw you at the show, and you were really great. He's like, oh, well, if you like that show, I'm going to be in this show. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, and then American Beauty is so great. He's like, you know what's interesting about that movie is that I wore Cary Grant's wig in that movie. And that was my whole, he was basically giving me his actor answers that he has prepared, which was fine. But anyway, that was cool. But Preston Reed was awesome, and Catherine and Di Cleverly was there, and Clarissa Silva. So we had a nice time. But it felt a little like a mini New York City Hurl, hang out in real life a little bit. But I bought a Preston Reed CD, and I thought I had it here. I think maybe in my backpack. I could plug it. You should go check out Preston Reed. His music is he's like a little poetic, little poetry. Because it's all guitar. It's not. He never sings. Actually, we were in the cab, and after the concert, we're in the cab, and I actually said, "So, Preston, do you ever have words to your music?" And literally just was like, "No." So I thought that was pretty hilarious. I was thinking like maybe he had one song he tried to sing or spoken word, but but that did not. That's not how it works. And Cliff is still. Are we finito? Am I?
No, it's not done yet.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't put that. I'm not very fast anymore.
Oh, you've gotten old in your old age.
Yes. Well, that and I'm kind of just winging it.
Should I take Are the headphones confusing? You want to see what my ears look like, or you don't care?
I'm kind of working on your mouth, so that wouldn't be helpful at the moment.
Oh, that's what she said.
Whoa. Hey.
Definitely. So
I think my favorite show on TV right now would have to be The Goldbergs.
So this is a show I watched a little bit of, but I didn't think it was so hilarious. What is it? It's like the Wonder Years.
It's nostalgic because that's the era I grew up in.
Right.
That, and I do find it funny.
I mean, I grew up in that era too, but I feel like I don't know, just like it's the cheese. They like cheese it up, don't they? Like beyond.
Well, I mean, yes, the characters are out there, but that's.
I mean, do you think it was? Did you like the '70s show? Did you watch that?
I mean, I watched it. I mean, it was okay, I guess. No big deal.
Cliff, this is the point of the show where I remind you and the
father was
viewers.
cool. I think the show should have been just the father. They shouldn't have shown any of the kids at all. They were
Red.
annoying. They could have just made the whole show just the father making fun of them, and it would have been a much better show.
Cliff, you don't mind. This is the point of the show and Hangout Conversations where I normally remind people that Cliff Roth sounds exactly like Chris from Family Guy.
What?
Yeah, I've tried to tell you this before. I think you sound a little like Chris.
You think I sound like Seth Green?
Not like Seth Green doing Chris.
That's pretty funny. That's one I've not heard before.
You don't think it's possible? Like, you don't sound exactly.
I didn't
have
say
to like
I don't
raise.
think it's possible. I just said it's one I have not heard before. I don't think I've heard. No, I don't. I can't.
I mean, his voice goes a little bit, it like cracks a little bit sometimes. You're like a lower register of that, but not totally that. But I remember I figured it out one day because it always bugged me. I'm like hearing your voice, and I'm like,
sound like?
Who do you sound like? And I'm like, Chris from Family Guy, which means.
I used to get when I was much younger. I used to be told that I sound like the Pathmark guy.
I don't even know what he sounds like.
Oh God! Well, I can't do it. I mean, you're on air, but.
Playing it.
Well, no. Well, I wasn't gonna play the actual clip. I guess it doesn't really matter. Who cares?
You're gonna give me the clip, Roth?
Shop smart, Pathmark smart. The guy who used to do that all the time. But we're talking about mid-'80s, late '80s.
Like if you were there, like Meg, shut up, you would sound like Chris. Exactly. Do it, Roger. Do it. Come on.
Meg, shut up. No, I don't sound anything like.
Well, you didn't really. Well, you did it in. You did
try.
adult. You did like adult. Yeah, you'd have to actually like get the kid.
See,
the vibrant energy.
You're saying I sound like him. I'd have to be not trying to sound like him if I naturally sound like him.
No, yeah. Just say it in your own voice. You don't actually have to change your voice. Just.
Meg, shut up.
Yeah, I think you did sound a little like him. Sorry, I won't talk. Do it again.
Meg, shut up. Matt, shut up.
Yeah, you sound. Yeah, you sound a little like him. Obviously not identical, or you would be Seth Green, but you know.
See, I'd have to listen to the playback.
Yeah, I mean.
Because my voice sounds different to me than it would to you.
It's true. For those of you watching, does Cliff Roth sound like Chris from Family Guy? What's the deal? But it's cool that you decided to come in here and draw me. In fact,
that's somebody I never even tried to impersonate. I used to do Ren and Brain from Pinky and the Brain, which isn't much different than Ren, but. But yeah, never tried doing Chris before. I think voiceover work would be probably a pretty cool profession.
Yeah, in your PJs you can do it. You can just be in the studio and.
What makes you think I don't do that now? I mean,
do it. No, well, please, really? After all this time, there's no la la la's. It wasn't even funny. But what about think about Vin Diesel. It's like, we got Vin Diesel. I am Groot. That was his entire Groot. Like, and James Gunn is like, can you do it a little bit softer? Can you do it a little bit louder? Can you do it a little less girly? Can you do it a little more girly? Can you do it? He's like, I mean, he must be. I can't imagine the amount of water Vin Diesel drank while he was doing that, while he was trying to sound like Groot. And for those of you that don't know, Guardians of the Galaxy, Vin Diesel was the voice of Groot, the tree. Is it correct to call him a tree? I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I haven't seen the movie, but he's the Ent, isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't he? That's what he looks like. He
looks like a tree.
Exactly, like the Ents. That's what he looks like to me.
It is true. And then Bradley Cooper is the rat dude. I must have read the comic when I was a kid, but I really don't remember the specific character.
I never actually heard of it until the movie came out.
Yeah.
I had no idea what is this from? I don't even know.
Well, I think
the movie because it looks like a good movie, but
yeah, the biggest problem is that the Hooked on a Feeling song came on, and I was like, what's going? I think the thing that confused me the most was you see John C. Reilly and Glenn Close are in it, but they actually have really kind of small parts. But like the trailer makes them seem more important than they are, and you're like,
That's
wait.
what trailers do.
I know trailers make it confuse the hell out of you.
You're better off just not watching any trailers for anything.
Although I liked, even though some people didn't, I kind of liked the new Star Wars teaser. I thought it was good.
Well, I mean, yeah, it showed you absolutely nothing. I mean, what's not to like?
Exactly, they didn't give it away, and you got excited. You saw they showed you like some action.
I personally like the Lego version better, but
yeah, I did a story on that one, and then I did a story on that one, and then I did a story of literally every parody trailer I could find, and I put it into one story, and then I keep editing that story and adding trailers to like that story every time a new one came out. There was like a musical version. They did one with the original Star Wars footage. They did a Spaceballs version, George Lucas version. They did so many versions.
Yeah, the Spaceballs, I didn't see the Spaceballs version, but that's the movie I immediately thought of after that first scene, and I'm pretty sure almost everybody else did too.
Yeah, we ain't found you.
I thought at first I'm like, they're punking us. They're doing a Spaceballs parody. This has nothing to do with Star Wars at all.
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking when I first saw it.
And I can only imagine that the black dude as a stormtrooper is just wearing a stormtrooper outfit, because I don't know much about stormtroopers, but I know they're clones, and if they're clones, I'm guessing that they probably look bizarre and not just like a regular person, right?
Well, I mean, the clones didn't look bizarre. They all would have looked exactly like Jango Fett, but that's beside the point. I don't think by that point they were still using clones.
In the future? I don't know. They've advanced.
The clone stock only lasts so long,
They evolved. The stormtroopers evolved. I'm scrolling through my G Plus stream, and I see donuts. And now I'm trying to get used to these comments on original posts, In fact, the way they've done the reshares, it actually might be nice if they actually have a little word that says reshare at the top, but then people probably wouldn't pay attention. I don't know. I wish I could just be maybe I get to go to I/O, maybe I'll get a tour, and I would love to just. I mean, I've talked to him before, not Dave himself, but I think they get a lot of people telling him that stuff. And they're like, they just brush it off their shoulders. They're like, yeah, all right.
Wait, who's that? Who are you talking about?
Google Plus, or any of these. I mean, I would think any of these social networks. If you talk to the design team or the head team, and you give them feedback or ideas, I think they just be like, yeah, we've heard that before, or whatever. Just roll off, kind of thing, versus really caring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the departments even talk to each other.
No, so it would just feel like a wasted breath. In fact, I did have some feedback sessions for Google Plus, and I was talking to the researchers. They were the ones asking me questions and recording me. They talked to you too. Yeah, they were not. I guess that all goes back eventually to designers and engineers, but I really don't know. I think they probably read up a report. I don't think designers and engineers sit there and watch all of it. They probably watch all of it.
You know what I would like is if you could shorten the names like Facebook does.
Yes.
That would be nice too, yeah.
Yeah.
It is so annoying when you're plus tagging somebody in a conversational mode and you can't delete the damn last name. It is so annoying.
Exactly. And
yeah, it's
like to be
way better. Way better.
And I would like to be able to edit whether it's public or private.
Well, that you can.
Okay. You can't here. No, Facebook you can. You can. Okay, it went public. Oops, I don't want it public. I can change it to private.
You can't go back and change something from public.
Not on G Plus. No, once it's
what it's shared with. I've never tried. I don't know.
You're talking about changing you'd have to delete it probably. You're talking about changing the.
Yeah, just a little drop down arrow. Say, oops, I made it. Oh, it made it just to my circles. Oops, I wanted it public. So I want to be able to just do a quick change from circles to public.
I didn't think you could easily change it on Facebook.
I think
because I haven't tried in a while.
I mean, I think the problem with that is that
to change those public or almost always.
I think maybe they could give you like a 5-second window, but if they did that, they'd also have to make sure that everybody that saw it would know. That's the problem is that if you make it limited in any way, and anybody sees that it's limited in any way, and then they put something, and then you change it to public, and they don't know, then they could be upset. I mean, that's the
Yeah,
worst case scenario.
that's true.
So that's,
You
you
know.
know, they'd rather
But
not.
I figure, but it's my post. I can change the setting if I want to.
Right, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I could see how that if it also didn't change the comments, but
Yeah, I mean, it's like okay, you're normally doing public anyway, and then you accidentally kind of just do your circles, and
yeah,
then oops, I just meant this for public to start with.
I don't like when I see a really cool share and I want to share it, but it's not a public post. That annoys the crap out of me.
And then I can't, and I'm going like, ah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some stuff I understand for not wanting to share.
When that happens, this is my tip for you.
I usually go to the original content that they shared.
The original post, you reshare it and just say via whoever it was.
Yeah, that is what I do. It's just kind of annoying.
I do, but then there are some things. If a friend of mine, she's got a beautiful picture, okay, but she shared it just to her circles, and it's like I'd love to be able to share this to the world, you know, but I can't.
If I could share.
But I can't, so I just say, you know, can you repost this publicly so I can share it?
I don't bother with.
But then they don't do it. They give me this excuse saying I can't go public for some reason or other.
If you could do that without having to manually go to the original content, if it would just automatically.
Yeah.
Hey, would you like to share this without the breadcrumb leading back to the one who shared it because they didn't want it shared publicly?
Uh-huh.
If it's somebody else's content, not theirs.
Yeah, yeah.
That way you don't have to, like, say, go back to the original content to reshare it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's go back to the start.
The more steps you give somebody, the more times you give somebody a reason to leave your content, they'll leave your content.
Mm-hmm.
The easier the exit, the better. You know.
And then I'm finding out.
Don't leave the hangout show.
No, you know, and I'm finding out too that comments are starting to mean more than just plus ones. It has more value than just a plus one.
Well, it should.
Because the more you comment, the more they're likely to be seen, you know, as far as the algorithm goes.
Yeah, I really need to refigure out how the hell their algorithms even work here anymore.
I don't
haven't liked
either.
them in the last couple of years. They're just not as good as.
Of course, me, I just kind of, I'm a stalker. You know, I look at things and, yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
Well, yeah, I liked it back when we used to be able to tell Google Plus, hey, Google Plus, I want to see everything. Show me everything.
Yes, yes.
But they don't. They
No.
don't, and they don't seem to filter in any sensible way that I've been able to figure out at all.
And I miss and I'm going back to the old days, Cliff. I miss this. I miss the section where you can go in and see everybody. Like those are the people that are following you, but you're not following back. And you can go in and see what they're sharing, and you can comment and yeah.
Whoa.
They don't have that anymore.
Yeah, the sharing features were. I mean, that whole thing was done way better in original versions. They just
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it was a much better system for sharing and interaction. It was just so much better in earlier days.
Yeah. Sure, there were glitches, but they could have left that alone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Things that, don't get me wrong, they've made some minor improvements, but
yeah,
a lot of it was just not as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
But most of that's just minor stuff. The real major headache was when they really screwed up Hangouts. That was like the biggest.
Can I interrupt you for a second just to tell you that Olivia Munn is dating Aaron Rodgers, and she talked about they talked about having sex. All right,
cool. Who's that?
He's the Green Bay quarterback, and she's an actress. She was on Daily Show, and she's on Newsroom. Anyway,
back to your scheduled program.
Yeah.
I just wanted to break the mundane, but yeah, no. As far as
it's important to keep up with what celebrities are doing.
It's not really, but I just think talking about Google, well, it's part of my job. But talking about Google Plus, I mean, like, yeah, there were changes. I mean, I feel like we've already like.
The ground's been beaten to death.
It has been.
It has, but still, I miss it.
They're not gonna make it any better, and who cares?
Yeah.
there's just that little, yeah, that hope slips slowly away. So the thing is, we're in December, and as you both know, and if you're watching, season of shipping was always December. We always got new stuff. And we are getting new stuff, just not new stuff that people care about. But I could have sworn we got a lot of new stuff.
I don't know. I like that reshare feature where you can comment on reshares. Easier.
But you really, so here's the difference, right?
Because that's something I utilize. So.
But let me tell you, all it does is basically tell you that that the original post has a lot more going on.
Oh no. I'm not talking about that. I was talking about the other thing that shows up.
Yeah, the notification. Yeah, they should have had that way back when.
Well, there's a lot of things with notifications that have been done way in the past.
It's funny too, though. With that reshare thing, I was like, hey, so now we get every time someone shares us in a circle, we're getting a notification. Is that coming next? That'll be the next new feature.
Yeah, I would like line item control over what gets notified to the
customization.
To Mr. Jingles or whatever the hell they call that thing now. I liked it better when it was just a red box, but that's
Mr. Jingles.
Yeah, I think we should have better control over what goes to that, because to me that's more important.
So, what do you guys think? There's also now the button that says mentions on the home page, and I find there's occasionally a mention in there that was not a notification or out of my notifications, but for the most part, I don't really use it that much. You guys have seen it?
Well, ever since I did stop, I no longer get notified by people outside of my circles because I finally had to turn that off because they never gave us any really good filtering options. I just had to stop doing that. So now every so often, every day or two, I will search for mentions just in case somebody's trying to contact me because I won't get a notification. Because I eventually had to turn that feature off because it was just...
That's annoying. But more importantly, I just found out that today is 12/13/14. Did you know that?
It is. You're right.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? 12. I don't ever remember actually living a day. Well, I guess 7/8 in 2009, July 8th, right? 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. I guess it happens every year. I guess next year will be 13, 14, 15, right? All right.
Yeah, but it was
not 13. All right. What do I say?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
This is it then. If there's no 13, so this is it. 12, 13, 14. This is the last time until it's one. No, one doesn't work. It'll never happen again, right? I know. I'm getting sad over like the possibilities of years. Well, that's 100 years, yeah. In 100 years. 12, 13, 14. Anyway, the reason I know that is because Anthony Feliciano shared that and Joe Martinez reshared that. So, there you go. There it is. So it's probably deader than Google Plus, or not that Google Plus is dead, but probably Bing and anything Microsoft.
Wait, what's dead?
Bing.
You mean the search engine?
Uh-huh. Or is it not? I haven't used it in forever.
Wait, the search engine, or like did they have some sort of social thingy attached to it?
Oh, they had social things, but I don't know about that stuff. No, I'm just saying now Microsoft Bing is no longer part of Facebook, so it's.
Was it ever? I didn't know it was part of Facebook.
Only in search, but I don't know if people use that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but as far as Bing, the search engine, I use that all the time, so I don't.
You do? Why?
Because their image search engine typically is way better than Google's.
So you use Bing way more than Google?
For image search, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I tend to use Bing's image search. I mean, they go, it goes back and forth. One day one will be better, one day the other will be better. But typically, on the average day, Bing is better for image searching.
I'll have to check that out. I think I did find a random image.
But I do think it depends on what your use case is.
I will say this. Lately, also, on Google+, I've always gotten random notifications from random people, and I think maybe you said you shut that off. I don't know, but I started doing a hashtag random plus and tagging people along with it. Not like Rappa tag, but 3 or 4 people, because I think, it's ridiculous. I just got one now an hour ago. Someone named Alexander Sherevkov. I have no idea who he is. He's writing in Russian. 74 lines of text. Why am I getting the direct share? Did he put me in a subscription circle? Did he put my name down? Do you think we should know that too? Like how it was shared with you directly? Or that
Well,
doesn't
I know you can look up who it's shared with.
No, if it's public, you just hit share public. It just says share publicly.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I thought you meant if it's shared by. Because a lot of the ones that I got that were more spammy weren't public posts to begin with. They were all private shares.
Some of them are private, yeah.
They were just shared with, they probably just circled everybody who was on the, ever was on the list, and just shared it with that circle.
Yeah, and as far as, do you have your notifications set for your circles or for?
I do now. I didn't up until a month ago.
Yeah, because
I finally gave up any hope of them ever fixing notifications to where they were, better.
Yeah, well, see,
And eventually I just had to turn it off, which it kind of annoyed me because I kind of want the public to be able to reach me about something important, but
right,
be able to control what I actually triggers a notification. Like I don't,
right.
+1s. I don't need notifications about that ever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I
eventually just gave up hope on them fixing them, so I just made it so that they can't get notified less than.
Yeah, I'm a curator on a photography page, so, and it used to be for everybody, and or extended, but then I was getting tons and tons and tons of stuff, and I'm going like,
oh, yeah. The spam around here is so ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous amount of notification spam, and that's something I just don't see on other networks.
So I just
to even remotely similar extent. The notification spam is ridiculous here.
So how many followers do you have now, Cliff?
I don't know. I haven't looked in a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, I hit over.
Followers is really irrelevant. It's how much.
It is. I mean, sure.
My engagement isn't that high at the moment, but that's also because I myself, my posting style has changed.
Mm-hmm.
So I myself aren't as engaged as I used to.
You're so different. You're not the Cliff Roth we fell in love with. Who are you? What did you do with the real Clifford Roth?
Right. So since I myself am not as active as I used to be.
One day, that means you should go outside and take a walk.
Yeah,
I mean, active.
Yeah, I used to be
I'm probably more active in that one manner than I used to be.
Listen, buddy, don't mess with my puns,
Mm-hmm. Yes, I used to be really engaging too, but it's like I found that.
And then I got divorced.
No, home life takes top priority. It should anyway.
I've had a kid, and have happened within the last year. So it's just like I'm not as active on here as. Plus, I don't like their algorithms I don't.
Algorithm.
Yeah.
I have no idea who even sees posts or what they comment on.
No, it's like I've had a lot of drama this last year, but
I like the comedy.
I am now over 40,000. I'll have you know, Mr. Matthew.
Okay.
But does that matter? No.
Nothing really matters.
No, because people add these funny circles all the time, okay? And they don't know who they have in them.
Yeah, my circles are such a mess right now. I haven't even looked at them.
Well, people who have you in circles, and then they put you in a circle, and then they share it, and then somebody else will add that circle, and
my circling.
Circle hell, circle hell, circle hell.
That's right.
I think poor Matt's losing it.
I'm not losing it.
I think he's falling asleep.
I'm just had a day. I'm just trying to be entertaining too, because people don't want to hear it. I don't know what they want to hear.
I'm ready to toss out a few circles and start from scratch.
Meet my friend Mr. Robot. Hello, I am Mr. Robot. Hello.
Ooh, yeah.
Lasers. Hey, look, it's a plus port. What?
Oh, draw that one.
Oh yeah, good old plus port. I have one around here somewhere. I think
It's
Plus
Google,
Board,
it's
is
the
that
Google
for?
Plus
Is
version.
that a Plus Board to wherever you go, whether
It's-
you
oh,
go
yeah.
to Utah or?
Wait, you got a nice fancy one.
I have the official one made by Google, not the original one. So
Wait,
this
wait.
one's for-
Google made one?
What?
When did Google make one?
Where'd you get that?
Google made it. So Brian McDonald and a bunch of people created it for the first one, and
Right.
then
I have one of
at
those.
some point Google, there was a little controversy. At some point Google,
Google
I think was
steal
part of
it?
it. They decided to make it as a promotional tool for Google Plus on their own, without involving anybody, and then they
Wait,
contacted
was Brian
Brian.
McDonald compensated in any way for that?
As far as I know, Brian said he then, after a big debate, Brian had a talk with Chi and worked something out. I don't know if there was monetary compensation or whatever. I know that he was given I don't know about unlimited, but a crap load of them. But I don't really know anything besides that. I think maybe he was credited in the store. I don't know. But literally, they come in this plastic thing, and I have a few of them. Obviously, if I see you again one day, I will give you one.
Yeah,
But
my old one, I'm pretty sure the cat peed on it. But
but that has the memories. So
Damn.
the cat.
I know.
I'm pretty sure the cat still smell like cat piss. Can it?
I'm not sure where. I have to find it. I had it. Put
Your
away.
cat buried it in the kitty
The
litter.
cat. Damn.
That's what you think of us, Cliff Roth, that we were peed on.
Not by me. I didn't pee on it. No.
Your cat is worse.
It was the one time.
Whoa. Yeah, but a lot.
I wanted it to have the authentic New York smell.
Oh, which is obviously cat piss.
Exactly.
Kitty piss.
No,
Because Jersey smells better.
Jersey smells awesome in compared to New York.
I guess it depends which part of Jersey and which part of New York. So
That's true.
that is a correct statement. 6 people are watching or watched. Wow.
Well, hello, 6 people.
And of the 6, one is me, one is one is you. So really,
I'm not watching it.
or two. Well, that they said they'll watch it, not that they watched it.
No, I put maybe.
You know what? Well, this is. Oh, they're counting maybe as yes. They've changed the algorithm. They've changed it all.
I didn't even see your event, so there you go.
That's all right. I put the link in the Dan McDermott thing, and you popped in from that.
That's how I came in.
10 degrees.
It could have been just coincidence.
It works better that way. It does. What do you think? Now, let me ask you this. This might be terrible, and they would never do this, but what if, probably your computer would crash. I guess you probably couldn't even keep up with it, but what if they took either everybody on Google Plus or, like, you could, like, click random chat, and it would drop you into, like, a 100-person chat with people that actually are from the same country as you. Do you think that would be cool or creepy or both?
Isn't
Be
that
kinda
what the point of-
cool.
Well, isn't that what public used to do?
Yeah, no. Public, we used to just hang out with like random people that weren't from your country.
So what you're talking about is just like a more regional public.
Sort of, but not even video, just chat. Well, my first,
I don't like group chats. I very rarely.
Well,
unless you're going to a chat room. But like the chat, as far as instant message chat, I hate when they're groups. They're just annoying.
Yeah.
They're annoying on Facebook. They're annoying here. They're just annoying.
Oh, I didn't think people really use them on Facebook.
They don't because they're annoying. But they
Not group. No.
Group chats like that have been available on Facebook for years. Nobody.
No, it's true.
Because they're annoying.
Well, I do have a group chat. It's only because it's an admin group of a group that we're in. So. Yeah.
It's a group.
But yeah, it's one of those features no one likes and no one ever uses, and it's just junk.
And not very many people chat as it is. They'll send messages. No, they don't.
I mean, instant messaging is one of my primary forms of communication. I mean,
I love
I
instant.
talk to Byron all day using instant messaging on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used
You're
to.
a twin brother.
They made it pretty much impossible, so I don't.
It's true that Byron is your twin brother, right?
I think so. So yeah, since they messed that all up here, I do that on Facebook instead because it's efficient.
It is very efficient.
It's efficient. It works.
Yes.
I used to use Google Plus for that purpose because it used to be good for it. It just
Yeah.
looks at it now.
Yep. Well, hello there. Nice shades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boredom and tired. No, I'm not bored. I'm just tired. What's I gonna do?
Yeah.
Did you wake up? Like, how long have you been up today?
I want to say like 8 or 9, something like that.
24 hours.
I've been up since approximately 2 in the afternoon.
Well, so you've had a little bit more, yeah.
I've been awake since 7 this morning.
Well, that's because normally I'd be at work at this hour, so.
Oh, you're not working?
I work
today?
Well, tonight, no. I work Sunday through Thursday night.
Sunday.
What is it that you do, Cliff?
I make M&Ms.
You do not.
I do too.
You make M&Ms?
No, he makes upside W's.
You're my best friend.
I do make M&Ms. That's what I do for a living.
I love M&Ms, especially the ones with peanut butter in them.
Yes, peanut butter M&Ms are good. I do not work at the plant that makes those, though.
I'll send you my address.
Those are alas.
No,
you're better off. Trust me, you're better off just going to the store and buying them. You'll probably get a greater variety than I get to know about. People tell me about the variety.
Cliff brought peanut M&Ms to the New York City Herald.
I did.
Peanut M&Ms, they're the bomb, aren't they?
I brought plain ones too, but
Yeah.
And then certain people threw them all over the place.
Yeah, they did make a mess.
Jay's Carter.
Yeah, like when they had the pumpkin spice ones at Target last year.
Pumpkin spice, are those even good?
I don't know because I've never tried them because I've never actually seen them.
Pumpkin spice M&Ms?
I learned about them from other people. People will call me up like, "Hey, can you give me the pumpkin spice M&Ms?" And I'm like, "What pumpkin spice M&Ms?"
Get me the good stuff, Cliff.
They're like, "They're available at Target." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Are you hallucinating right now?" I had to actually look it up. I'm like, "Oh wait, they're right. We do make this. Why don't I know about this? This is not good."
Ooh, chocolate.
From what I hear, they were pretty good. I don't know. I've never had them.
Yeah.
What exactly do you do physically at work?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Seriously?
We're on air now. I'm not going to discuss what I do for a living.
You brought it up. Okay, we won't.
I make M&Ms. That's what I do. I mean, I'm not going to specific. I mean,
do you have any specific favorite color M&M?
I do, but they no longer make it. I preferred the tan one that they replaced with blue years ago. I like the tan M&Ms. Those were my favorite.
Is it harder to make one color over another, or no? Or is that a secret? Alright, that's all I got. Do you throw out the upside down W's?
I think darker colors tend to be more difficult than lighter colors, but.
I would be sure.
Did you fire all the women at the M&M factory that threw out the upside down W's? That has to be a running joke where you work, no?
I think it's one of those things that were beaten to death long before I got to the company.
Probably, really badly.
Yeah.
Badly. Yeah, it's weird how we have those phases of jokes growing up. Like at some point, I remember one, there were like series of blonde jokes and a series of X, Y, these different kinds of jokes, and you're like, oh, where did they come from, and why are they, why am I hearing them?
Well, that's like the old dandelions, like popping the head off of a dandelion, and that somewhere along the line became a thing, and everybody seems to know what it is, but no one seems to know where the origin is. If you take the dandelion, say, "Mama had a baby and the head popped off," and you flip its head off. Yeah, if you look that up, they can't. There seems to be no known origin. Yet it dates back centuries.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Well, guys, this has been fun. Just chilling. Just a chilling.
Chilling.
And I'm looking at Matthew's face, his real life face. I click on the Cliff Roth face of you. It's a spin image.
I probably look better in Cliff Roth's picture.
Yeah.
Cliff Roth has made me look a little bit more older, evil, and mischievous than I
You
am.
are evil and mischievous. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the truth in advertising.
Yeah.
That's the New York actor, people. The New York actor at work.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night, guys.
It's
A night! A night! A
Good
night!
night or good morning to you.
Good night. Calling it a night. A night.
Good night.
The night that says, woo, knee.
It's Saturday, sleep in, maybe.
All right, I'll do my best. Thanks for joining us,
Okay.
Sheila.
Thank you for joining us. And, pleasure.
Anytime.
It's been a long time.
Anytime.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining this American Hangout.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for joining the Hangout Conversations reboot.
Rejected. Rebooted.
That was fun. Okay. Night.
See ya, Sheila. Your computer's not buffering.
Whose computer's not buffering?
Buffer, Jimmy Buffett. Buffett. Well, I'm not. Well, I will wrap up when you finish the drawing.
You can pretty much wrap up whenever you please, because I will tinker with this for the rest. No, I won't. But
you need to add a little bit more. I feel like I won't criticize it because then you'll hate me. So I will not say a word. It's awesome. I'm also tired. It seems awesome. It seems like yeah. It seems like it's got more sun than me. I feel like I need more vitamin D. If you are out there and you've watched to this point, I'm going to take a picture for you. Sweet. There's nothing like pictures to remember the moment of the moments past. Are you doing Secret Santa at all? Have you? Are you?
I am participating both in this Secret Santa as well as I have in every year since its inception, as well as the one for Reddit.
How do you get involved in that, baby? And is it yeah.
Well,
is it too late?
Well, it's too late for the Reddit one, because there it's organized differently. You sign up by a certain amount of time, and then when you do that, it pairs you with somebody. So I mean, not the same one who would be getting you something, but it gives you somebody to buy something for. So it's not like you just go to the list and choose whoever you want. They pair you specifically with somebody, with the idea that everybody will get paired up with somebody, and then I think you have till the 19th to actually send them something.
That's what happens if you don't. Then they can complain about you.
Well, if you don't, then they would just sort of just mention that they never got anything or whatnot, and then like they try and keep it so that it's as accurate as possible. So when you send something, you are supposed to. It's in your own best interest to send proof that you sent it.
That sounds like a pain in the ass.
It's really easy. I mean, you just screenshot the confirmation number or whatever, or in my case, an email because I sent artwork. But
how do you feel about doing a Vine?
And then as far as I haven't gotten through and done any of the Google Plus ones yet because I got to look through and see what my budget is. But I do want to participate. But yeah, because I think the Secret Santa is one of the cooler aspects of Google Plus.
I'm vining.
That is something I have never, ever done.
That's alright. Alright, I'll show everybody the Vine. 1 second.
Hey, Vine's that thing where you're supposed to make a big compilation and then put a hot chick on the cover of the YouTube video, right? You know how that works?
That is exactly how it works.
I see that happen all the time. It says the
Yeah.
best lines of 2000.
Oh, compilations, yeah.
It's always a compilation, and it always shows a hot chick as the image for it.
Well, a hot chick would make sense, so you can get people to watch. If you're just joining us now, you just missed the hot chick, but the hot chick will be back later in a future episode. So you should join us for that hot chick. And now
And then they go.
I can put hot chick in the title because I said hot chick. That's how it works. Wait, were we saying Clifford? Is your name actually Clifford or Cliff? And I'm just being an a-hole.
It would be Clifford is my full name.
That is correct.
I almost never, ever use for any reason whatsoever. Mostly because I don't want to be associated with any big red canines.
But kids love those things.
They do.
And you have a few of those kids.
I do have a few kids.
A few, just a few.
Some of them are even mine.
Well, that's good. If you can keep track. If you can better keep track of who your kids are, that would help.
I do know who all my kids, all 6 of them. Yep, they're all mine.
When I get old and have me some kids. I'm not old enough to have kids yet.
Oh, come on now.
That would be
You make
silly.
me feel old.
Listen, you can't have kids until you can't have kids until you look like you're almost 40.
Oh, all right.
Actually, my boss.
I looked like I was 40 when I was in high school. So.
There you go. Actually, so everyone always thinks I look younger, and I know I look a little younger. And so
I have no idea how old you are. I never really.
That's right. My boss, and I think I found out I was a year older than you, but I could be wrong.
Mid-30s, right?
Yeah, but my boss actually guessed. So I had to give her my birthday for something, and I made a joke about, oh, I know you didn't think I looked a day. She knew I was older than most people that work there because a lot of them are 22, 23, just out of college. So she knew I was older, and she would say, "Oh, somewhere between your age and my age, like someone starting." And I knew she thought I was younger, but when she said, after I put the birth date and made the joke, I said, like, put the birthday. I said, I know I don't look a day over smiley face, and then she wrote back, "Oh, I thought you were about 28," which means she thought I was like almost 28, and I was almost 28. Almost a decade ago, so.
Yeah, I thought that's right. Yeah.
So we're like, oh, all right.
37, right?
I will be in May.
Oh, so you're the same age as me then?
I'm 36.5.
Yes, me too.
Or it's actually 7
I'm older
months.
than you then, because I turned 37 in February.
Oh, it's only months by months.
I think I'm 37.
We're 78 babies.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like at HuffPost, like I've told people before too, a lot of people that start their 22, everyone just assumed I was 22 or 23, and they didn't know anything until they knew. And then when they found out,
then they're like, "You're old."
Yeah, so at first it was like, "Oh, no one cares about you. You can't win," because at first they're like, "Oh, you're just like young and stupid, and no one cares about you." And then they find out you're old. They're like, "Oh my God, you're older than me? How is that possible?" So you can't win. And in fact,
no, you can't.
One woman.
Damn kids.
So I basically didn't shave, and then one day I shaved the hell of it, and then did it once or twice, and people were like staring at me. They're like, and
you look familiar.
Yeah, because I don't look at anything.
I know you.
Yeah, kind of like that. But I can only imagine that I looked worse without it, but maybe I looked better. I think everyone's different. But the weird thing is that, like, one of them said, like, oh my, like, would be staring, because they're getting used to it, and it was mostly women. Men didn't really care. Women would be, like, looking at me, and, like, in such shock, and I'm like, is this a good thing or a bad thing, what's going on right now? Because the one woman was like, oh my God, it's, like, so weird to, like, look at you now. Or something. And then one woman said to me, literally my boss, who she was dating, is like a decade younger than me, and he had some facial hair, a Greek guy, and she actually said, like,
by the way.
What? Oh, cool. And she actually said, you have a baby face and he has a man face. I'm like, what? I was like, and that was supposed to be an insult, I guess. Oh wait, it went away.
Because I'm going to post it.
Oh no!
How exciting is that?
I'll wait until the morning to post our pictures because I'm almost ready to fall asleep. But anyway, so I thought that was fascinating. So that's the other thing too, is that, you know, there's a whole group of girls that like the pretty boy thing, and then there are a whole group of girls that like people that look like older men, and older than that, and every preference is different personally. I mean, nobody wants to date someone that looks like they're 10, but, you know. Anyway, there's that. That was fascinating. I know. Look, you have facial hair too. Look at that.
I do.
More than you usually do, right?
And it's
Or
all going
less.
gray. It's all going
Oh,
gray.
wait, you have more in your cheek and less in your chin. Didn't you have more in your chin
Yes, at one
and
point,
less
yeah. At
on
one
your
point it was more down here, and less up here. I was like, yeah, I
chin?
used to keep it thicker here than I did, and I
Yeah,
trimmed this up.
you trimmed it. And your wife must
Oh,
have
it
been
used to
happy.
be, but now I prefer it like this.
Oh, do you? Your wife must have been happy about that change. Hey, if you're just joining us on a Saturday morning and you're like, Matt Rappaport had a hangout last night and I actually fast forwarded and watched to this point because I'm crazy. Congratulations, achievement unlocked. My coffee cup is empty.
You know,
which means...
I did notice one feature of the Hangouts that actually I like better. Is that I noticed now that when you type in the chat, it pops up by your little film strip image.
What do you mean?
Even if you're not looking at the chat window, because I noticed when Sheila typed that, it popped up by her face.
I see something like that. I closed the chat window and so now I don't see anything. You mean in the Hangout, the video itself?
Yeah. So like if I type something right now, you should see it pop up there.
Are you typing?
Yeah,
Are
did it
you
pop up by my
typing?
head?
No. Are you typing? I see nothing.
See, that's weird because when she did that, it popped up.
Oh, now I see it. Blah, blah, blah. It was delayed. All right.
Yeah, but it popped up like right by my image, right?
For me, it was just, it was not necessarily right near you. It was kind of just hanging, floating around at the
Right,
top.
like, yeah, just, yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing. Now, I think you could also do some other stuff like that, but I don't
Because
know.
I used to hate having to, if I didn't have the chat, I had something else opened instead of the chat window.
But you can't respond unless you open the chat window, so you could respond verbally, I guess. You're like, ah ha ha, blah, blah, blah. That was funny.
See, I don't know if the public sees that. I don't know if that's just, I would assume it's just internal, just like the chat window is.
Yeah, they don't see it at all. Not at all.
Sorry,
So
folks
what?
at home.
So what are your plans? Your plans to stay up and party? You're gonna go to
You
sleep?
mean tonight? I'm probably going to crash. I don't know. I might sleep. I might not.
That's what I think. Crashing is gonna happen soon.
Usually I take a nap in the evening. Like I'll sometimes nap in the morning when I get after I get the kids to school. Sometimes I'll nap before picking them up, and then take another one before work. But since I'm not working tonight, I didn't. So I might go crash. I don't know. Depends.
That is
I
fascinating.
was actually starting to get pretty sleepy before coming into this hangout.
Oh, now you're awake. Well, you had to focus.
No, I'm awake. I'm pretending.
I'm wide awake. Well, it was a pleasure, Cliff Roth. Always good to see you, and I'm so happy that you drew me.
A pleasure.
And you're posting me. I should reshare that. I should actually. Oh, there's a Vine. I'll get that Vine up so you can see that beautiful thing. Although I think it's less your face and more my face and what you drew of my face. So probably not as exciting. I was gonna take a. Did you post it?
I did not as of yet. I will be posting it for you.
I should take a picture. I can actually put my finger in your ear. Wait. Up, my finger's going in your ear. The reflection.
Yeah, see, if I can happen to find my album of 2014 Speed Paints, I will add that to it, although finding it these days is a pain in the ass.
Or not, whatever.
So
Nobody will judge you, Cliff Roth. And if somebody leaves a comment on the YouTube, it should go into the event page, I'm guessing. I will look to see if I missed anything.
I don't know if that's what happens. I really don't.
I am going to look before we say goodbye to all peaches, Google Plus a P. Let's see, I don't even know where it is. You know what? I could find a link right in the event page. If you're still watching, this part is boring, I know, sorry. YouTube page. Oh, so now it actually says event page, YouTube page. That's good. I mean, it said stuff like that before, but I don't think it said YouTube page. It just said YouTube. Interestingly, and if I can't subscribe to myself, that would be weird. Oh, someone named Quasi Mamtahina said, hi, are you guys reading this? So apparently we are, but that was 18 minutes ago. So before we leave, hi, Quasi. He's a blue face too, and his name is Quasi Mamta Hina. Isn't that fascinating?
It is. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just trying to find the damn album. God forbid it'd be easy to find.
Easy. So this is what I find weird is I thought the way it worked was all comments on the event page show up also on the YouTube video and vice versa, and it makes me wonder why that's not the case.
I do not know.
So
Where?
maybe because I did top comments. Huh, that is something for me to address at the next shareholders meeting of Hangout Conversations 2.0. I have many shareholders, and by shareholders I mean shareholders. I had to use my hands for the sound effect because I don't feel like opening the sound effects. I remember when they first came out with sound effects, and I would like be playing them nonstop, and that would be my thing. And then I left the thing. All right, I should wrap this Hangout Conversations 2.0. First Hangout Conversations in basically, if you don't count my HuffPost Hangouts and my guesting Hangouts, it's been like a year, and that's too long. And
Way too long. You need to do more.
But in fairness, I did like 20 plus HuffPost Hangouts from like January to May. So, and then from May to now, I guessed it a few times. What do you want from my life, Stella? It's a good place to end Rappaport. Cliff bye. Have a good Saturday. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Merry Christmas.